shoulder to shoulder with the British Army personnel and veterans. Nobody was looking at their colour and creed, or what country they came from, or what the standard of living was they enjoyed in their country. All they were looking at was they're fighting a battle for freedom of mankind. And they fought shoulder to shoulder. So why the discrepancies now? Why are they not treated the same today? And now I'm going to move on to Dr. Krishna Adhikari, Research Fellow at Oxford University. Dr. Adhikari, can you shed some more light on this point? I know you're heavily involved with the Gurkha community, and you've also the founder of the Centre for Nepali Studies UK.
Thank you for having me. Yes, we have been doing some research from the Centre for Nepali Studies UK on Gurkhas' page and pensions, and we even published reports. Even those reports were submitted to the British government when they had this Gurkha hearing. The first thing I would like to say is that after the 2009 court's winning, as well as changes in the immigration policy in the UK, allowing Gurkhas with 4 years of services to come here, many people who like to support Gurkha might think that, okay, there are no problems with Gurkha at all. And that's kind of the assumption, which I think needs to be, we need to create a kind of awareness to the fact that what Gyanrajji just explained, what our Sikh friends just explained, that there is a catalogue of discriminations Gurkha face during the service, especially we're talking about the Gurkha veterans, because we have got basically 3 types of Gurkhas, if you like to see that way. One are serving Gurkhas since 2007 have been receiving more or less equal treatment in terms of their pay and pension provisions. There's a large group of pensioners, Gurkhas, who during their service got very little pay compared to their British counterparts. Their duration of service was, only the fraction of their service in Hong Kong was counted when, they were allowed to transfer to the different pension schemes. And there are thousands of non-pensioners who served even in the Second World War without any pension. And many of them were asked to go home when the war they were engaged in was over. So that means they, even if they had 8, 9, 10 years of services, they had no entitlements. They were given only a few pounds and asked to go home. So they are relying on so-called welfare pension. This is basically not pension, just a £40 or so, the charity money provided by welfare trust. So there is so much injustice and discrimination faced by these Gurkhas, and they have been campaigning to right these wrongs meted out to them so that they can live with dignity and sense of equality. Many Gurkhas, I think about half of those entitled have moved to UK, and the British government's justification for discrimination are ludicrous, basically. They say because you have been living in Nepal, where the cost of living is supposed to be low, so you should survive with little money. But so many of them have already moved to UK. So that justification no longer holds the ground. And Gurkha, this time, Gyanraj Rai and his groups, so far as I understand, had to go this far, even willing to take their own lives. This is not necessarily any hungry strike per se. They're terming it as a satyagraha, in the tool Mahatma Gandhi used in India, as seeking truth. Basically, they want to seek the truth. They want to establish it. They want everybody know that, the plight they and their comrades are having. So the demand is very simple this time. Please, British government and Nepal government, be serious about our concerns. We already have collected our demands. There was a tripartite technical team participated by British officials, Nepali officials, and Gurkhas, and they synthesized the demands into 13 concise points. Please look at them and engage in serious dialogues. That's the demand they have at the moment. And British government, in the pretext of one or another lies, I would say, many of the excuses used are the colonial era instrument, the so-called tripartite agreement of 1947, which has been used and misused so many times to serve the convenience of the powerful parties. And to say that, no, you agreed to serve on that terms, to me, this looks like, somebody who was, treated as a slave in the past. Now you're saying to them that, okay, you agreed to be slave, is completely unjustified. I've heard about the positive discrimination. Yes, positive discrimination to redress the injustices of the past to the party that was victim. But it is very hard to fathom and understand the negative justifications, negative discriminations. So that's, what Gurkha have been to the receiving end. So I think to summarize this, this is very, very unfair. And I think we all need to support Gurkhas. And I hope the British government will give proper attention so that the Gurkhas don't have to go, this far for Satyagraha.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Krishna Adhikari. Again,